Undergraduate William landed a job when one of his posts on a social network site went viral. The Vietnamese national studies education and media arts in Sydney, and he was trying to stand out in a crowd of other students vying for the same on-campus job.
So I thought to myself, on-campus jobs are very competitive. I want to do something to stand out, right? So that's why I decided to create a post instead. And I hope that post could, somehow get their attention instead of me reaching out to them.
Looking to attract attention, he posted first instead of contacting recruiters. And the response was much more than he expected. But it wasn't just good fortune. William did his research.
Some of the things that I found was the post would go viral if people actually participate in the conversation.
So William appealed to his connections for help.
In this case, I was asking people to comment on the post or to share the post in order to help me get the job. People was keen to help me to get the job because they was like, this is not normal. This is, unconventional. So they want to be part of my journey to help me get that job. The post actually did really well. I did not expect that at all. It went viral with over 100,000 of views and impressions on LinkedIn, with thousands of people commenting, liking, and connecting me with recruiters. I also have some other recruiters reach out to me, one of them including my current manager, who I had a few coffee chat with. After several conversations with my now manager, she offered me a job, a newly created role in social media marketing.
We asked a branding expert why the post was so effective.
I think William's LinkedIn post, or rather his job application, because that's what it was, is a good example of how you can put something out there that really describes what you can do, your skill set, and also your enthusiasm that you have for the job. And then lots of people like it, and it really gets the attention of the intended audience. So I think it's a good example of going viral.
Another reason William's job post went viral, he actively shares personal anecdotes on social media and has created a following.
And I also posted a lot of content about personal growth and also public speaking and career growth as well, and people tend to follow me after that. So some of the personal growth posts that I posted was about my journey as a young international student studying in Australia.
So if I look at William's profile, his viral post is not the first post he has done. It's not out of the blue. He set up his profile, put up a post, and then that goes viral. He has actually been active on LinkedIn, engaging with the community, and that's why when he posts that open post, people react to it.
Experts agree that social media networks can be used as a platform to build one's personal brand.
Personal branding is pretty much understanding that people are a little bit like brands. It reminds us to be very deliberate about who are we, how do we want to be seen, and what's the kind of image that we want to portray to the people that we're connecting with. When you meet people in person, it's relatively difficult because you may have a bad hair day, you may wear inappropriate clothing, you may misspeak and say something stupid, and then there's no editing because it's real life. Now, in social media, on your website, just as well as on the different kind of channels where you may be active, the power is yours.
When building your personal brand online, it is about finding the right voice and being consistent across all media platforms that you use.
Most people make the mistake of thinking in silos, but employers, for example, who would go online and look at your presence before the interview, they look at everything. So if you're super serious here, semi-serious there, and then super crazy on TikTok, that won't work. Because they will wonder, who are you really? At least your core, who you are, needs to be consistent. And then if you express it slightly differently, a little bit more serious here, a little bit less serious there, within reason, I think that's possible depending on the rules of the platform. So you need to be a bit more fun on TikTok. But that doesn't mean you can be a completely different person.
If you have worked out who you want to be online, the next question is, what should you post and what should you leave out?
So a good litmus test that I always have is this a topic that you'll be comfortable talking to your boss, for example, or talking to your colleagues in a workplace setting? So if it is something that you can talk about in the office safely, then it's a topic that would be safe to post. But if that's a topic that you would feel like, okay, hang on a second, how would my colleagues receive this? Then maybe think twice before putting it on the account, on your profile or as a post.
As we say in Singapore, anyhow post and anyhow do things and anyhow wear something whether it fits or not. And when we make those decisions about the messages that we send through what we wear, what we post, how we speak, the people we connect with, it needs to be deliberate. We always need to ask ourselves, does it fit my brand? And then whatever we decide to share, if it supports our brand, great. If it's a contradiction to who we're trying to be, maybe we don't post. And if in doubt, I would always undershare a little bit, then overshare something that I'm not certain how people will react to.
Once you have defined your personal brand and have a clearer picture of what you should be posting, the next question is, how often should you be posting?
There's no one-size-fits-all approach. For you, maybe it's once a month. Do not feel pressured to post every single day. What is most important is that you must remember not to burn yourself out too early. So perhaps what I would suggest is try with 2 to 3 times a week, but the most important thing is to stay consistent and relevant.
There is another advantage when you share about your work on social media. It can help you grow your professional network, and that could even help you land a job down the road. William is happy with his current workplace and won't be applying for other jobs until he graduates in 2027. But he already has 3 tips to share that he'll be putting into practice.
My advice for others who are looking for a job is to not be afraid to take unconventional approach, highlighting your unique skills and achievements to actually attract their recruiters instead of like reaching out to them directly. Second one is engage. Third one is be open to an unexpected opportunity, even if they are different from what you initially applied for.